Hello and welcome back to RLCS Recap with your host Marky Two Butts. Today we're going over the Winter EU Regional Number 3 Copa de Rocket League playoffs. Here's the round 1 for the lowers. We have EG Guild, Carmine Corp, and Team Queso moving through. Surprisingly, BDS, who came in the top 4 in the last 2 regionals, did get knocked out in the lower round 1, so pretty disappointing for them. But we are into the lower round 2 bracket as we have Team Queso versus Carmine Corp coming up to see who and will try to win this Regional 3 and maybe book their spot to the major winter LAN in Los Angeles, as Queso take the 1-0 lead early on in game number 1. These are best of 5s, and if you lose, you are out of the tournament, unlike the upper semis or the upper finals, where you still have one whole series to lose and still be fine. Just have to go through the lowers, and these are best of 5s, as most of the other games after the lower round 2, yes, most of the games, every game after the lower round 2 is a best of 7. So we have Team Queso in game number 2, winning in the series so far, as Itachi drops it down for stake. Carmine Corp trying to come and take this win in game number 2, and they are able to get the first goal. There's still a lot of time left as Queso on the offensive, and Joyo Kami plays it into the middle and rises there to give them the tying goal. Now it's Rise in his own corner, can't quite get a great touch. Katir trying to dribble out. Stake bumps him out of the way. Astral with a shot, but that's all of them up, and they cannot get to the ball, and I think that's Itachi in the corner. Grab and boost, can't quite get to it as the ball's on target from a deep field hit that would be on target. Nice, well placed, and Queso will take the lead. Astral trying to make up for it though, as he drops it to Itachi, and he's able to give him the goal. And we are into overtime, 2 minutes on the clock. Itachi in the corner, can't quite get it, and the double comes through, and now Astral's the last person back, and Vatir is already by him, and he's able to capitalize on that demo he created, and will be the 2-0 lead for Queso. We're going to try to make this a quick and easy 3-0 in the Copa de Rocket League. And Joyo Kami with a nice demo coming through after he plays the ball into the middle, keeps going with his boost and flattens whoever's in his way, and that's a 1-0 game, but they are able to capitalize on it as well and make it 2-0 with only 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, half a game remaining. Carmine Corp need something here, and stake to Itachi over to Astral, and he's able to put under the defender, back post, going the way the ball came from. And Carmine Corp trying to get some momentum going as they are able to keep on the offensive stake with the demo, and other player tried to go for the ball, but it was a nice fake from the player in the corner, and now they have tied it up as Astral will take over that ball. Lots of time and space. Vatir driving back, pass over to Itachi, and Carmine Corp will take that win in game number 3. Astral over to stake. They kind of bump each other. Astral doesn't go for it, stake, but no one on Team Queso also goes for it, as everyone just looks at the ball, and Carmine Corp will benefit from that as they're able to put it into the goal and take the 1-0 lead. Still a lot of time in the game. Itachi trying to beat Vatir, and he's able to put it over him, and that is 2-0 to Carmine Corp, as the reverse sweep is well and truly on at this point. We might be just looking at game number 5 already. And a demo trying to come through and trying to save it through, going up into the net, into the back of the net, coming out. Can't quite get there, and it's 3-0 now. As Team Queso needs something here now. Joyo Kami trying to put one on target. Stake saves it. Deflection back in. Astral gets demoed, and Rise through the smoke will put it in. Give them something to cling on to for now, as there's still 2 minutes left. Still lots of time to come back, but we might be looking at game number 5. Joyo Kami puts it in, ties it up. Carmine Corp trying to end this game number 4 with a bump onto Vatir, puts it back into him, and another play just goes straight at the ball again, and that will be 2-4. Astral with some mind games, and he's able to 50 it through, and we are into game number 5. Reverse sweeps on deck for Carmine Corp. Is this it for Team Queso's? No, as they get the first goal in game number 5. And Vatir goes under the second defender for the second goal. As she'll try to make something happen, plays it infield. Oh, everyone misses it, and Joe Yokami puts that on target. Carmine Corp can't get back to that, and that's going to be 3-0. This looks like it could be game over with only a minute 30 left to go. Stake trying to play it in, and Rise. Oh, he passes it over to Itachi, and Astro will turn around, play it over to Stake, and they get a goal back with a minute remaining. There is still time, still hope for Carmine Corp. Rise trying to play it out. Two of them up in the air. Astro gets it. The deflection goes into the middle. Stake puts it in, but that will be it, and Team Queso will win 3-2, as well as Evil Geniuses going on from the lower round 2, beating Guild 3-1, and we're into the upper bracket semis, as Endpoint will take on Lumosity, and Endpoint already have a game 1 win, as we are into game number 2 with only 50 seconds remaining. Lumosity trying to make something happen. Isco can't get back to the ball. Seiko left alone. Atomic can't get to him. No, he can't get to it, but a Relating Wave is there, and that is game number 2. There's only been 2 goals in this game so far. Into game number 3 off the start, though. Seiko plays it into the middle. Metasars there for the putback, and now we are into game number 4, as these games have been very close affairs. Only 1 goal between them all so far. As we're into game number 4, Lumosity gets their first goal of the series so far in game number 4. It's not great saying that, but it is what it is, and they have to try to get something going here. Relating Wave trying to make that not happen. He gets a flipper start over 1, and Seiko will get the putback and tie this game up, as Endpoint looking to get a series sweep and move on to the upper finals. Relating Wave up in the air. It's cleared out by Ixco. It pops into the middle. Metasar's there. Oh, and he's able to finish it off, as we are into the upper bracket finals. As Dignitas also beat 0-0 Nation DMB 4-0. Now we have Endpoint versus Dignitas for the grand finals, and Seiko puts one in game number 1. Ball still with Seiko. 50 leaves it for Metasars, who puts it in, and in the lower quarterfinals we have EG beating Lumosity and Team Queso beating 0-0 Nation 4-1, and then in the lower semis, Team Queso beating EG 4-3 to move into the lower bracket finals and see who they will play out of one of these teams, Endpoint or Dignitas, for the spot in the grand finals. Has a little head-to-head coming two of both the players. Now we have a 2v2 for the moment. Endpoint winning this 2-1. The ball pop back out of Metasars, and a nice bump from Relating Wave, and is 3-1 in the first game. Relating Wave waits for the ball, plays it up. Oh, can't quite beat him. Yorez beats one defender. Metasars can only play it into the corner. Gonna get back to his own touch. No, he cannot. Script Killer off the post, and apparently Jack is there for the put away, but Endpoint will end up taking that game, as we are into game number 2. Ball left for Seiko, can't quite get there. Metasars back into the middle for Relating Wave. Only one defender left, and he beats him. All ends up. As Endpoint will start off how they started in game number 1 with the lead. In game number 2, Dignitas trying to answer back straight away, and they are able to, as they tie it up from a nice passing play into the midfield. Seiko on the back wall. Yorez can't get to an Relating Wave, will finish it off the kickoff. Dignitas trying to come straight back yet again, and apparently Jax, he blocked off the line. Scrub Killer's there for the put away on the left side. We'll tie this game back up, as we have a very high scoring game so far. And Endpoint will take the win in game number 2, as we are already on to game number 3. And Endpoint scrambling on defense here, and the ball still up in the air, and apparently Jack is there for Dignitas' first win. As we move on to game number 4, Seiko picking up where he left off will get the first goal, as he is having a very good series so far, and a nice bump comes through. Relating Wave, the ball gets away from him, but Metasars is there to cover him, and it's now 2-0 game number 4. Now make that 3-0. Endpoint are starting to run away with it, only a minute left. Dignitas trying to make a comeback. They are able to get this one. No, saved off the line. Seiko up to the corner with an angle. And Metasars in the back stick. I'll make that 4-0. And Dignitas trying to get something out of this game. Keep the ball alive. Apparently Jack full boost. into the corner. Will play it down. No, he won't. Seiko keeps it up, though. Yorez and Seiko and Metasaurus both hitting each other. They're having a little bit of fun with it. And Dignitas will end up losing game number 5 as we are on to game number 6. Dignitas can't lose a game here, or they will be in the lower bracket final. They're able to find one through Scrub Killer. The ball pops out to apparently Jax, who plays that into the sidewall in midfield. Rolling wave over to Seiko. Scrub Killer there to block it off. Only into the corner, finds Metasaurus, plays it back into the middle of Seiko, and he finds the shot, and it is tied at 1 apiece now. We have Yoris with a nice 50 up to Scrub Killer, and he's able to put Dignitas back into the lead. Yoris gets demoed. Lane wave up to the ceiling, still has a boost to get back to his ball, puts it on target, and very fast pace, no one able to get back to it from Dignitas. And right off the kickoff, up in the air to Yoris, the back wall to apparently Jax, and Dignitas will take game number 5. So we're on to game number 6. And Endpoint will take the first lead. Only a minute 20 left. Dignitas looking for a tying goal here. Apparently Jax over 1. Yorez, off the back wall, and laying the wave wins the 50, and that should be an empty net. Apparently Jack's trying to come back, and he can't quite get it, as the upper bracket final will end 4-2 to Endpoint, and Dignitas will end up getting 4-0'd by Team Queso, and we are into the grand final of Endpoint versus Team Queso, as Endpoint just starting where they left off in the upper bracket final with a nice goal right in the beginning of these highlights. Only a minute left for Tyria with a flipper set. Will tie it back up. And we have Metasaurus bombing one downfield. Joyo Kami blocking it out. Metasaurus getting back to it though. Relaying wave up in the air. Plays it up to the ceiling. No one on Queso up in the air. Seiko left alone. No one's still going up in the air to get there to block it. And Metasaurus will put it away as Endpoint take the first game win. In Queso at midfield. Over to Rise. Puts it up in the air. Demo's one who's going to make the save, on the goal line. And Joyo Kami there to give it Team Queso the first lead in game number 2. Ball on the line. Put in, I believe that was a relaying wave who put that into his own net by accident. And Team Queso 2-0 to the good and make that 3 as they win game number 2 pretty comfortably off the start of the beginning. And Seiko had to make a great save going back towards his own net. And a fake from Rise though. Still troubling, and that is 1-0 to Team Queso. And with just a couple seconds left in game number 3, Endpoint looking for a tying goal, and they're able to find what as a relaying wave gets that. And into overtime we go. First overtime of the grand final. And a nice demo comes through, and Team Queso will capitalize on that. And we are into game number 4. Seiko will put that into an empty net as the defender is trying to get away from the bump going into the back of the net, but can't quite make the save. Seiko looking for another one, trying to squeeze it in. He's able to get it off the post and in. It rolls in. Team Queso still on the defensive. Seiko plays it into the middle, gets it by another one too, and relaying wave. It is now 3-0. Endpoint starting to run away with the game. There's still time left though. 2 minutes on the clock is definitely enough time to make a comeback. Tyria is able to get one too fast of a shot, and Joyo Kami another one off the back wall up to Rise. No one on point, up in the air still, and Joyo Kami there, everything to aim for, and he's able to pick a spot and make it 3-2 with only a minute 15 remaining. The musty flick into the middle. Rise gets blocked, double commit though. Joyo Kami, and it's too powerful for the defender in net, and that is 3s apiece as we are into overtime of game number 4. And that's dropped into the middle, and Joyo Kami will gladly take that as Team Queso into match point for the bracket reset, as Endpoint have yet to lose a series in the playoffs. So it would take Team Queso 2 best-of-7 series wins to win this tournament, which no one has done before in any of the NA or EU regionals yet, but who says it can't happen now? The nice bump comes through, and Rise will tie it up in game number 5, 1 apiece. Yukami trying to play it up, and oh, he misplaces the ball a little bit, leaves a little too much out for the opposition to come and grab the ball, go the other way, and Endpoint now winning 2-1. Queso trying to put the offensive on, and they can't quite get in. Oh, can't push into the corner, and that could be an open net. Lane wave gets blocked with a double commit, and Seiko's there for the putback into game number 6 now. Endpoint looking better in that last game, winning 3-1. And Team Queso still on the defensive meta. SARS is able to sneak that one in. Now 1-0. Game number 6. Team Queso. Oh, Rise can't quite get that. And Joe Yokami didn't want to hit the ball. Here, oh, didn't exactly control it. Rolling wave cross field to Seiko. Able to put that in. Now we're into game number 7. Team Queso starting to fall apart just a tad bit. But they get a goal out of nothing as Joe Yokami puts it into the defender on the line. Give them the 1-0 lead. Champions Field. Endpoint winning the series right here. Oh no, it doesn't look like as Vatira will give them a 2-0 lead. Still 2:40 to go. Still comeback is very possible. And looking for it. Vatira trying to finish him off, and no, can't quite get it. Now coming the other way with Seiko. Wins a 50. It goes across the Metasars, but that will be the last goal. And we have a bracket reset as Team Queso looking to find their first regional victory by getting a best of 7 bracket reset, and they get 2 goals in the first game so far as they're looking like it's on target. And oh, Relating Wave trying to go and save it, push it out to the corner, puts it in as it is now 3-0. And you think that bracket reset might be inside Endpoint's heads just a tad bit to not get swept in this game so far, as it is already 4-0. This could be bad. There's only 14 seconds left. Yukami up in the air, Rise going for a demo. Seiko can't quite get it. Both of them miss him, but he can't quite save as the third member comes in. Both of the Endpoint players not fast enough on the defensive rotations, and Queso will take the first win 5-0 with a thumping, and they are looking quite good as they get a second winning goal right about now. But Seiko there, oh, misses the putback. Metasars will get find the corner and put it in. Well placed from him. As Endpoint trying to come back here. You can still win this tournament. This tournament could be yours. And Overtier backwards, not where you want to be, and Seiko just puts it over him. And that's it for game number 3. Endpoint will tie it up 1 apiece. We're into game number 3. Ball up in the air. Vatira jumps out of Joe Yokami's way, flips it over 1, up to Rise, slams it on the back wall. Both defenders go, and Joe Yokami will just wait for the ball to come back to him on the ground. Places the shot in the bottom right corner. No one's stopping that. So double commit came through, and a second goal will help secure this win for Team Queso. Metasars trying to do something. A nice bump, and that could just be floated in. Oh, saved off the post, and he puts it back into the right-hand side of the goal as both the defenders trying to come out, block the much space as possible, but are unable to. So now Queso still winning 2-1 in this series. And the ball goes in off Seiko, and that's 1-0. Endpoint trying to tie it up again. They're trying to come from behind to win this series, win this regional number 3. Now it's 2-0 to Endpoint. Queso trying to get this third game. Metasars, he has Seiko up and slams it into him, and Seiko will gladly put that in on target. That is 3-0 game number 4 done. Now it's 2 apiece. And Queso coming back though with a vengeance will get the first goal in game number 5. Only 2 more wins from here on out. Either team win this series. Rise plays into the middle. Joe Yokami cherry picking up the field a little bit, and he's able to find get the winner possibly. Well, it was already 2, and there's a third goal to make it just enough. And with just a couple seconds remaining, Vatira up in the air, ball deflects out. Joe Yokami, can he beat Seiko? No, he can't. But Rise comes up from defense. No one's up in the air with him. 3 2, and he goes to dribble. Oh, and he gets the bump on him, and he's able to find that goal, and Team Queso will win 4-3, 4-2 in the grand finals of the regional number 3, the first team to reverse sweep. As we look at the rankings, Team Queso, Dignitas, BDS, Endpoint, and Evil Geniuses will all be going to the LA LAN. Lumosity just missing out in the 6th spot. Will not join them in the LAN at LA later this month, as some teams from different regions other than NA and EU that will be joining them at the Winter Major are Team Secret and Furia Esports from South America. APAC qualifier winners were Detonator and Sandrock Gaming from Middle East and North Africa, as well as Renegades and Pioneers from OCE. Make sure to tune to all the action from the Winter Major in LA. We'll be going over all of that action on RLCS Recap. We'll see you there.